Good morning to all. In today's PPT, I would like to present some important events that happens in nature. From those events, students and even adults can learn skills for success. That is the topic from nature. Nature includes plants, animals, human beings. All these things that are in nature will teach us a lesson if you critically analyze every single act of the nature. Let's try. This is specially made for students who can practice some of the suggestions given here and earn and learn many good things that will give success in their life. Come, let's watch it. Let me take one simple example, the heart. Heart in every human being beats day and night. It never takes a holiday. Still, it keeps us alive. What is the lesson we learn from the heart? Consistency is strength. Heart beats consistently without rest. So if you are a student, in a day, if you can spend 1 hour consistently doing your school work, success is yours. The human heart beats about 39 to 52 million times per year, depending upon age, fitness, and resting. So my suggestion to you would be take 1 hour a day and try to have a consistent time throughout so that you will be able to uh, uh, learn much from your uh, habit. Let us take up one more example. Every living being has cells, either one cell or millions of cells. Every living cell works silently. We never hear the sound, we never hear the complaint, we never hear anything, but cells will be working silently in our body. No cell asks for time or price or money. Yet, without cells, life cannot exist. What is the lesson we learn from the working of the cells? Small efforts matter. Here, small efforts refers to cells. Small cells create tissues, organs, and organ systems, and the entire living being. So, if you take one little step every day in your studies, that is, go to home, have a consistent time, and then read one lesson, and then read the questions given at the end of the chapter, try to answer them. If you prepare like that, then these small efforts will make you a big and an excellent student at the end of the year. Let's try small efforts every day. Let me take one small example from plants. You have seen plants bend in the wind. They do not break easily. Even if a storm comes, plants bend all around, almost touching the ground, but still they do not die. They adjust and survive. What is the lesson we learn from this bending of the plants in the wind? Whatever difficulties comes, have flexibility. Flexibility brings survival. Don't be rigid. Don't be what we call sometimes rigid. That means I will not read today. That kind of feeling you take out. Be flexible. You say, instead of 1 hour, I will read 2 hours today. If you do that, you will be one of the best students in the school. This applies not only to students, to anyone. Flexibility is very important. Rigidity will not bring you success. Let me take one more example, that is from the human body itself. When there is a small wound in the body, or a small what you call gulle in Kannada, ಅಥವಾ ಕೆರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಗುಳ್ಳೆಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, when you scratch your body, sometimes you may get small bubbles like structures, or when you fall down, there will be a small wound. The human body heals itself. Sometimes we may not even go to a doctor for medication, but still the wound heals. A small wound closes with time, but it requires time. It may take 5 days or 6 days or 10 days. In my opinion, it may take nearly 5 to 7 days. I have tried this several times. When a small wound, my body reacts to the nature. Sometimes we call allergy. Allergy will bring small bubbles and it breaks. And earlier I used to go to doctors. Nowadays I will not go. Within 7 or 8 days, that will go away. That heals. What is the lesson we can learn from this? Patience helps recovery. Patience means if you are scoring less marks in your examinations, don't get frustrated. Don't get depressed. Try to use these earlier steps I told you, atomic steps or small steps. Be consistent and be flexible. Then there will be a recovery. You will recover soon and become one of the best students in the classroom. I will give you one more example that will help you a lot. Now look at the ants. Ants work together. They carry food for the whole group. They don't eat alone. Like we human beings, we eat alone all the time. But they do not. What is the lesson we learn from this? Teamwork builds success. In the classroom, when you are finding difficulty in your learning, form a small team where you can read, discuss, write down, learn consistently. So group work will help you a lot. This is a lesson for students who would like to score more marks, and this is a lesson for teachers to build up small teams in the school to help children to learn and earn a better percentage of marks in their examinations which they require. Now let us try to analyze a general tendency that we see in the nature. Nature never hurries. Let's take an example. If you put a seed in the bean seed in the soil, it takes at least 4 to 5 days or sometimes 8 days to become a small seedling. The moment you put inside the soil, it will never become a plant. Take another example. A baby born on the first day takes several years to become an adult. A baby born one day will not become a big man in one day. That means growth needs time. When I say growth here, as a student, if you want to grow, achieve good percentage of marks, and become something in the school and become a doctor or an engineer or whatever you want to, you must follow all the steps I told you, like consistency, then regularity, flexibility, group work, If you do all these things, growth is definitely yours. Therefore, observe the nature, some of these points, and then try to be a good student. In this, I am addressing especially for students' success. The ideas given in my previous PPTs applies to every human being. We can get success in our life by following those simple steps. One correct steps daily, that is, helps one's success in tests. Test means maybe if in the school examinations. Test in the general human being may be a disease, a difficulty, whatever we may get. One success in a test will have to be carefully judged, and we have to take one correct step. If you take one correct step, and such tens of correct steps will give you a lifetime of achievement. Therefore, observing nature, that is, when you are learning in the school, try to analyze and look at what I have done to you. I have given you examples of what plants, animals can do for you. Then you will be a very successful student and also a successful person in life. This presentation I somehow imagined, and then I thought of working it out for students in a very simple way, in a simple English. I may bring it out in Kannada also. My team, I have a team. My team consists of books, especially BSCS book, Biological Science Curriculum Studies Blue textbook, my own experience of 60 years, and internet, Copilot, Creative Commons for image and pictures. So my team always works for you in a creative way. Try to be as comfortable as possible by following simple steps what I suggested to you. Good day, all the best for you.